This is exciting. Somewhat exciting. It's hard because I don't want to, when I cover stuff like this, I don't want to feel like I'm unfairly, like, how do I want to word this? Dumping on a specific company for something that everyone is doing. So, like, I personally don't find this very exciting at all because I already put out a video with like 6 other webcams that are basically the exact same webcam as this. That's not Razer's fault. Razer is just catching up with the competition. What I find not exciting is that so many products now are built around the same concept, and we're going to talk about talk about this more with Cooler Master stuff. We're going to talk about in a minute, but most companies at the moment with a lot of their streamer products are just re-releasing the same thing everyone else is, and that's not super great. Like I mean, they all have the same product, but like I don't find that very innovating. And especially with Razer, you know, they frequently just kind of make what everyone else has with their software attached, and most of Razer's software isn't great. They also did the Loop Deck Live. I think they did. Like everyone wants me to review the Razer Stream Controller, and it's literally just the Loop Deck Live with their name on it using the Loop Deck software. Like that kind of stuff. I feel like that just adds noise to the market and confuses consumers rather than adds innovation to the market. So that, again, a bunch of other companies release the same webcam that Razer has, so it's not Razer's fault specifically. I don't want to dunk on them, but I'm going to say the same thing about Cooler Master's capture card in a minute. Quite surprised Evermedia hasn't dropped a camera to match the Facecam Pro. Honestly, the 515 is great. Like, they don't... Elgato's autofocus isn't great on that, so autofocus isn't even a huge selling point on the Facecam Pro. No one needs a 4K 60 specific webcam. You don't need a 60 FPS camera for anything but sports. Don't bother. They already had 2 cameras technically that matched the Facecam Pro, the 513 and the 515, both of which I've reviewed. Like, they don't need to release a new one. So that's just my take on it. And then this is what I was talking about with the Razer thing. This is Cooler Master's capture card, which is the same capture card that Asus released, that EVGA released, that I guess kind of Elgato released, that Evermedia released. It is 4K 30, 1440p 60, 1080p 120, HDR sort of supported, HDMI 2.1, USB 3, 5 gigabits per second. This one doesn't mention VRR yet. It is the same capture card that everyone else is rebranding right now. And I get that companies need to just get their initial offering to see if they're going to continue offering a type of product, but it is so exhausting covering the same product on repeat over and over and over. There were so very few capture cards to cover in 2022, when it's typically something I may make the most videos on in a year. There were so few capture cards to cover in 2022, and they are all, like 90% of them were the exact same capture card. It's just, So hopefully they learn from it, and like it provides the data they need or whatever, and then they make something good, or maybe they have some cool software feature to ask. Nothing on this mentions audio, so I think audio chipsets are still hard to get with all the shortages going around, and so I don't think it's going to have any audio inputs, because crap, what was it? The NZXT, they also made one. The Signals, those didn't have full proper audio support either because of those kinds of shortages. Like, everyone's chopping off that useful feature.